Watching TVC News at 10, I am Nifemi Oguntoye. We start now with the airline operators of Nigeria imposing a no-fly life ban on a passenger, Comfort Emerson, for allegedly assaulting cabin crew of Ibom Air. The association spokesperson, Obiora Okonkwo, says the ban on Ms. Emerson from flying with any AON member, either domestically or internationally, for life, takes immediate effect. He also says anyone who exhibited such behavior going forward would suffer a similar consequence. Part of the statement states, quote, "This was not just disruptive, it was a sustained violent attack that placed the lives of crew, passengers and the integrity of the aircraft itself at risk. This behavior is unacceptable," end quote. Comfort Emerson was charged to court and remanded at the Kirikiri Correctional Center in Lagos. The incident occurred days after Fuji artist Wasiu Ayinde, popularly known as K1 The Ultimate, was banned by the NCAA indefinitely till investigation is over his unruly behavior at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, last Tuesday. Now, the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria says the increasing frequency of unruly behavior by some passengers at the airport is unacceptable within the framework of civil aviation and will not be tolerated. FAN has advised passengers to acquaint themselves with the passengers' rights and responsibilities and airlines' obligations as published by the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority and their bylaws. Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development Festus Keyamo has also condemned the public release of indecent video footage involving a passenger aboard an Ibom air flight. In a statement, Mr. Keyamo described the action as totally unacceptable, directing that the staff member responsible for leaking the sensitive clip be identified and sanctioned. While acknowledging that the footage was originally recorded as evidence to prosecute the passenger's unruly conduct, the minister criticized the circulation of portions showing indecent exposure, saying it amounted to debasing womanhood. Now let's tell you what has transpired in the last 24 hours. One of Nigeria's domestic airlines, Ibom Air, confirms an incident on board Uyo to Lagos flight involving passenger Comfort Emerson on Sunday, the 10th of August. The airline says such conduct posed serious threats to safety of crew, passengers and aircraft. The passenger Comfort Emerson was charged to court over attack on cabin crew and later remanded in Kirikiri Correctional Facility. Ibom Air announced a ban on the passenger Comfort Emerson from flying with them for life, and the airline operators of Nigeria also imposed a no-fly life ban on her either domestically or internationally. Let's bring in our aviation correspondent, Ayomide Ajegbe, for more on this development. A lot has happened today, Ayomide. It's the second incident in 2 weeks, and stakeholders are also reacting. What more do you know about reaction from stakeholders in this regard?
All right. It's been, like you said, an eventful, or rather an unfortunate sequence of events in the last 1 week. First with the Kwam incident as related to Value Jet, and now with Comfort as related to Ibom Air. Now, we understand that it is time for proper education of traveling public passengers on conducting themselves. What I got earlier today from a senior aviation analyst was that some of these things do happen around the airport. You see so many unruly behaviors. Not all of them are captured on camera. Not all of them make it to the news. So we are just fortunate to be getting some of this. You recall that before the Kwam incident, there was the Shomole incident at the airport as well. Now, if you look at all of this together, it brings the question of where regulation comes in, where passenger education comes in, where airline comportment comes in, because according to the statement of the minister earlier on Twitter, he talked about not just the conduct of the woman in question or the lady in question, but also the conduct of the airline and members of staff, because the video that came out was so revealing and debasing of womanhood, as he rightly put. And sometimes, some of those things, when they get to the social media, they become subject of serious conversation. Now, we know that this is not going to die down anytime soon. Of course, it's going to still be in the public for debate and all of that.
Absolutely, it will. And there are concerns about whether or not the reforms will be comprehensive, because beyond the unruly behavior of the passenger, there is also the concern of even crew members who appeared like someone tore a cloth, captured it on camera, and then released to the public. There's also the concern of whether or not there's double standard in the way and manner the AON and the airline concern have reacted, because the lady in question is currently in correctional center, has been charged to court, but Wasiu Ayinde, on the other hand, is working freely.
Well, we might not say Wasiu Ayinde is working freely at the moment, because, of course, he's on a ban indefinitely. It was for 6 months then.
But he wasn't arrested. That's what I'm saying, Ayomide. He wasn't arrested. He has not been charged to court. And then the suspension was pending the output of the investigation. It's different from what we saw yesterday.
Yeah, it's if I follow the trend that of course Nigerians are saying everywhere, it's just a case of people saying that, okay, it is a case of double standard, like you rightly put. But then the Wasiu Ayinde issue and this lady's issue, they look similar, but they're totally different, from the perspective of direct physical assaults, direct confrontations, because that issue started from inside the plane before they landed. So it looks like it's just an aggravated situation and all of that. But then I understand your point that it is what is sauce for the goose should be sauce for the gander. If you contravene the laws that is guiding aviation, laws guiding airport behaviors and all of that, you should face the full wrath of the law, because what the law says is that if you contravene any of that, you're liable to 1 year in jail. So then what happens to Kwamwan walking freely, like you said?
Indeed.
That's it.
Good place to leave it. I am Nadia Egbe, live for us on TVC News at 10.